South Carolina Weather Watchers. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic Wednesday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina. But if you go over here to the MRMS, here's our winter weather radar right here. We do have some snow going on up here inside of Wisconsin as well as Illinois. New York getting some isolated to scattered snow showers as well as Indiana. Rain going on inside of Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas as well. And not really much else. I mean, the West is completely dry right now. From the central U.S. all the way to the West, completely dry throughout this entire region. So they're getting some very dry conditions while, we're mainly doing well down here. Not really much going on down here either. Here's our cloud cover. Cloud cover just seems to be mostly scattered and a little bit dense, but not too dense. Throughout the Midlands of South Carolina, the low country of South Carolina as well. And if you go over here to the cloud cover total percentage, as you go on and move through to tomorrow morning, not really looking for a lot. Not really much cloud cover expected. As we move into tomorrow night, so 24 hours out from now for our Thursday evening, nothing going on here either. As you move on to our Friday morning here looking to be again nice and clear. And then as we move into Friday night, cloud cover starting to push east into South Carolina as we get through our Friday. Current temperatures right now 30 inside of Greenville as well as 28 in Rock Hill and Bennettsville as well as 30 in Lower, 34 in Myrtle Beach and Georgetown as well as 35 in Moncks Corner, 37 in Charleston, 37 in Walterboro, 39 inside of Beaufort, 41 in Savannah as well as Augusta, 34 in Columbia, 37 in Greenwood, 35 in Anderson as well as 35 in Barnwell and Newberry. Low temperatures for tonight 24 in Greenville as well as 23 inside of Spartanburg, 22 inside of Rock Hill, 22 in Sharon Dillon as well as 23 in Florence, 25 in Sumter, 28 in Myrtle Beach, 27 in Georgetown, 34 in Charleston, 28 in Moncks Corner as well as 29 in Aiken, 37 in Hilton Head Island, 29 in Walterboro, and 26 in Anderson as well as 27 in Greenwood. No rain expected for the next 24 or so hours, but we're going to go on and just talk about our future. And when I say future, I mean just like the next 24, 48 or so hours, somewhere around there. So here it is right here. As we go on and push this forward. Go on and get this. There you go. As you go on and push this forward, you're not really looking for anything. This is 24 hours out. Going all the way to around 40 hours out, no rainfall expected for the entire state. So now as we go on and go into our future, time is in the top right corner of your screen. There it is right there. You go on and push this forward. Nice and dry, some rain finally trying to move in at around January the 18th-ish. Then some cold air will push in, bringing maybe the chance for some snow flurries up there inside the upstate of South Carolina on January the 20th, around 100 hours out from now. So we can most likely say that there is definitely a chance of snow up there. And then there was also a chance for some freezing rain, some snow inside the upstate, but rain for everybody else. Now this is this model run, but if you go to a model run like the Zero Z earlier, it showed rain, like freezing rain and snow for most of South Carolina. So it's still inconsistent right now, still inconsistent. So, and we're in that time frame right now to where it's still inconsistent. So that's why we're just gonna have to just sit and wait just a couple more days just to see what happens. But after that passes, high pressure takes over, nice weather ensues until we get to around January the 29th. January the 29th to where we can get some showers just off the coastal regions and then maybe trying to track their way inland as we get to around January 31st, so the last day of January, until we get into our February. We're already so far into January now to where we can actually start seeing what February is going to look like now. So right now we're just going to wait, see what happens, because February is way too far out. But let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go on and talk about it. So, Mr. Oliver does say, good evening. There are rumors of snow next week. What do you think? I think that right now that it is It is a bit too far out, and I think that a lot of people are already hyping it up. And I saw this graphic the other day, not even the other day, today, that said if the storm system is 6 or more days out, I believe it said, it's too far out to talk about. This is with snow, maybe severe weather as well, but 6 to 8 days, that's just a bit too far out to talk about. Then once you get to around 4 to 5 days, that's where you can, really start to get the timing, try to see, what's the exact time, well, not the exact time frame, but the day of, when to prepare, all that kind of stuff, and for you to probably start preparing. Then once you get to around 2 to 3 days out, then we can start talking about, will it snow, will it have like some freezing rain with it, stuff like that, and then the day of and the day before, the timing of it as well. But that's just a little timeline right there. But overall, um, everyone that's saying that it's going to snow right now, honestly, probably just got it from some weather app, and it weather apps are not the most reliable thing in the world. They only go off of one model run, so it's not reliable at all. The only thing that mobile weather apps are reliable for are temperatures, but rainfall wise, snow wise, not even close. So I wouldn't necessarily say so far right now. Um, we're just still just too far out. But also, what's the forecast for Ithaca, New York on Friday? We'll talk about that. Um, she also says I think it will be a little bit too warm for snow. That's a possibility. It's not impossible. There is a chance that we may not see a single drop. Tish says, "Hey Joe, hello to you." And then Thad says, "Good evening, Joseph. Is going to snow in Texas Tuesday." We're going to talk about all about that right now. Trail also says, "Hi Joseph, hello to you." But let's go up here to Ithaca, New York. Then we'll talk about San Antonio, and no questions for Raleigh or anything like that. But you want let's see, what's the forecast for Friday? So moving on up here, let's go on and talk about rain first. We're going to talk about rain first. We're going to go to the NAM, and we're just going to go around seeing where pretty much what it's going to be like everywhere from all three locations. But moving through all the way to Friday, in terms of rain wise, not really much. I can go inside of like the type of precipitation. Yes, I can. Precipitation type. We'll see if there is like any snow or anything like that. But while that's loading up, let's check out the likes. We have 6 people watching and only 3 likes, and we've had 10 people tune in so far. So if you have not hit the like button, make sure that you do so. But now just talking about this year, there is some snow possible on Friday as early as 4, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning as well, even going to around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But after that, not really too much of anything after that. So that's for Friday. And now just talking about temperatures though, there is some snow possible for the before time frame as well. But if you go over here to talk about temperatures now, will most likely be below freezing, as you cannot have snow without below freezing temperatures, obviously. So, but right now, as you go in and move through your Friday, high temperatures will only be around 30 degrees, and that's going to peak at around 1 o'clock p.m. But after that, and right back down to below freezing temperature, or to really below freezing temperatures around 26, 25 degrees ish. But that's pretty much what's expected. And if you go down here to Raleigh now, we're going to talk about Raleigh and San Antonio now, just in terms of temperatures. Low temperatures tonight will be around 30, 27, maybe. High temperatures tomorrow, 45. Low temperatures tomorrow night around 31. High temperatures for your Friday at around 43, and then low temperatures at around 35 on Friday. Moving down over here towards San Antonio, Texas, where we will talk about the potential snow over here. We're going to talk about that in a second. But if we push all the way back first, talking about temperatures first, you do have low temperatures tonight around 44, high temperatures tomorrow around 62, low temperatures tomorrow night 46, high temperatures 69-ish going into your Friday, and then you have low temperatures at around in the mid 50s. So now going on to talk about your composite reflectivity or your rainfall. as you go on and push this forward. No threat really for any sort of rainfall for San Antonio until you get to around 1 o'clock p.m. on your Friday. So that's what we're watching for there. And if you move up here to Raleigh, I don't think that there is a lot. If there is any precipitation, I don't believe it's a lot. No, there is no precipitation expected for Raleigh at all. So now talking about, you just asked if you wanted to know if there's any snow going on. And from what I'm looking at right now, seems to not really be the case. You can see over here, there's the time again. So the top right corner of your screen, and then that Tuesday is the 21st, going to the 22nd. And if you get through that region, I mean, snow flurries in the panhandle of Texas and panhandle of Oklahoma, but overall, just seems to be mainly just a rain event, not really too much snow at all. But this is with the GFS. You can even go to a different model as well and just see the exact same thing. But this one is a bit different because it does in fact show freezing rain. So actually, I will say that it may not be a full rain event. It could potentially be a little freezing rain with it, maybe some sleet on top of that as well. But full out snow, that's unlikely. Is it impossible? Technically, no. Technically, no. But this is a completely different model right here, so both of them will disagree. So we're just going to have to wait till we get closer and closer to see. Let me check if we have anything else. No, that's pretty much it. There is no severe weather for either location either, so we're just going to go on and wrap that up. And so now let's go on and talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States. As we go and get that critical fire weather conditions still going on inside of California, still not done throughout California. And then also strong winds will still be going through the regions as well. You know, those storm force wind gusts 60, 70, maybe even higher in some areas as well. A particularly dangerous situation. Red flag warnings remain in effect. Cold temperatures continue today from the Midwest to the central Appalachian, with a brief warm-up for the end of the week. Another Arctic cold snap is expected over the weekend as it builds into the south and the southeast. So that's pretty much what's going on. That's why we do have that chance of snow next week, and that is because of that Arctic cold snap, which we will talk about probably tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow, so make sure you're there tomorrow night. But we got to get through tomorrow first, so make sure that you are there tomorrow morning at 7, if you are up that early or later, for my Thursday forecast update tomorrow, which it will be uploaded at 7 a.m. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, and I will be back tomorrow morning with your Thursday forecast update. I do not see anything inside the chat either.